Hey guys, welcome to the tutorial, and today we will discuss about classes and objects in Java. And as far as object-oriented programming is concerned, this is a very important tutorial and the discussion we are going to have today. So what are the classes and objects? See, in real world, anything you can see in your house or in around you could be an object. A table could be an object. Table is an object. Okay, and sofa is an object, right? And car is an object, right? So anything which is physical you can see in your house or around you, it could be an object, right? So what is the class then? So the class is a blueprint of an object or a template of an object, right? See, in this diagram you can see this is a blueprint of the car. Okay, this is a blueprint of sedan car. So there are many companies who have made models according to this blueprint. If your friend asks you which car you have, you tell them that you have a Mercedes car, or you tell them that you have a BMW car, right? But they all are cars. So the car is a class, okay? And from that car, different companies have made different models, right? Real world objects. So the class is a blueprint of an object. Okay, this is a simple definition of the class. So how can we write that class and object things in the program, right? It is very easy and interesting thing to do. So let's start first of all writing a program, and side by side we will discuss what is happening actually in the program, right? So let's start with that. So I'm going to create a class with the name box main. Right. So we will write our main method in this class, but for the creation of defining the class box class, what I wanted to do is that I want to create a box, and I want to calculate the volume of that box. All right, so let's start. First of all, let me define a class. Class name is box. Okay, and now there should be some width, height, and depth of that box, right? So let me define the width, height, and depth. And double uh, height and double depth. Okay, so what just happened now? So what is this is that we have created a blueprint of the box, right? So what happened is that uh, in this screen you can see that a box is created, but we don't know what is the height and width and depth of that box, right? So this is just a blueprint is created, okay? And we don't know, how it will be, what will be the shape of the box. This is just a blueprint, right? So writing this much code, has just created a blueprint, okay, of the box. And there's no necessity to write this code in the same program. We can write this class from in some other program also in separately, and call that class in this program in our main method, right? So we will discuss this in our next some of the next tutorials. So right now we have created a blueprint of this box. Okay, so next is we will write our main method, right? So let's start. Okay, this is the main method. I'm sorry. And now what we are going to do is we are going to create the object, the real object of that box. Okay, so let me first write the code and then I will explain you what exactly we did. So here is a box, and its name is the object name is my box. Okay, my box 1 is equal to new box, right? So what we did is we just created a object, right? And how that worked, let's discuss about that. So what is this? This is a like name of the box, right? If suppose we had a class named dog and we wanted to name the dog, and the dog name of the dog could be Tommy. Okay, so if we write Tommy here and the class would be the dog, so that was the name of the dog, right? So here we are just creating the name of the box, which is the object. Okay, so this is the basic object of the class. My box 1 is an object of the class box, right? So, and what is this new box? So this is a constructor of that class, right? So with the help of new keyword, we are allocating the memory to the box, to this object at the runtime. Okay, so we can see in this screen when we wrote box my box, my box object was created. Okay, but there was no memory allocated to it, so it was a null object. But when we wrote new my box is equal to new box, what happened? It created in the memory with the width, height and depth, because all these width, height and the depth are instance variables of the object which we have already defined in the class, right? You can see it. These are the instance variable of the object. So when we created the object, so right now in this my box object, you can see that these instance variable, it has the copy of these instance variables. So every object we will create will have a copy of these instance variables. Okay, so we can give them different values, but the copy of the instance variables will be there in all the objects we will create. Okay, and now let me define one variable for calculating a volume. I'm sorry. Right. And I'm sorry, we can define variable like this, and then we can do is we can now assign value to these width, height and depth with the help of dot operator. Let me show you. So now what I will do is I will write my box 1. Okay, so dot width is equal to 10. Okay, so what just happened is that the width of the box is created, right, which we are going to create in the program. So next is my box 1 dot height is equal to 20. Now the height of the box is also created. Okay, and then my box 1 dot depth is equal to 15, right? So depth is also created. So now what I want to do is I want to calculate the volume. So I will write this volume is equal to my box 1 dot width multiply by my box 1 dot height and my box 1 dot depth. Okay, so it will calculate the volume, right? And now we want to print the volume. Okay, so let's run the program now. So it is showing volume is 3000. Let me put one space here. So the volume is 3000, right? So that's how we calculated the volume, and a box is created. Like this box is created. This big box is created. So now what we want to create this small box also in the same class, using same class, okay, and same instance variables. So let's start here. Let me create another box. So this is the class box type, and my box 2. This is the name of the second box, or we can say it is an object, second object, new, and box, right? And let me create second box here. Box is created. Let me define the instance variable values for second box. My box 2 dot width is equal to 2. My box 2 dot height is equal to 5, and my box 2 dot depth is equal to 6, right? And then we will calculate the value, calculate the volume. So volume is equal to now my box 2. Previously it was my box 1, now it is my box 2 dot width multiplied by my box 2 dot height multiplied by my box 2 dot depth. So the volume is created. So let me print it. System dot out dot print ln and volume of second box. Okay, and so let's see the output now. So the volume of your first box is 3000 and volume of second box, which is the smaller one, is 60. So this second box is also created. So that's how we work with classes and objects in the Java and other object-oriented programming languages. And next, now we will discuss about I think constructors. And thank you. Please subscribe and like my page if you like my tutorials. Thank you very much.